Hello guys, it is me again, it's HorrorFan34, and welcome back to another video. And I know it's been a few days since I did a video, just been taking it easy a little bit, taking a little break, just been relaxing and things like that. And of course you can tell in the background, I told you that these, there was two posters there that were going to be filled in, like if there was an empty space. And of course if you saw my Monster Mania update, which was my last video I did, I got those two posters at the convention, so those are the two new ones I put up, Spaceballs and The Shining. So I hope you guys are enjoying that right there. It's a brand new background, because I always had like the same posters for many years in the background, but I figured, do something a little different and put some new posters in the background. So, anyways, getting on to this video, it's going to be another top 10 video of a certain actor. This is an actor who I really do enjoy. Just has so much charisma to him, and he rarely ever makes a miss. I mean, this guy has been, goes on a roll, and never really makes a bad movie. And that, of course, is Mr. Kurt Russell. Kurt Russell is one of my personal favorite actors. I enjoy a majority of his films. He's got a couple misses here and there, but it's like I said before, this is a guy who rarely ever makes a bad movie. And even the ones that get bad reviews are some of the ones I enjoy, and some of them are actually on this list. So you'll find out what that is in a minute. So, anyways, let's get on to my top 10 favorite movies of Mr. Kurt Russell. So, some of these I don't have on DVD, or I have on DVD, but they're just a pain to get out of my closet. So, I just went for the ones that were the easiest ones to get to. So, coming in at number 10 is a very fun film. I've always enjoyed this ever since I first saw this one back in the day. And, this is just a really fun, entertaining comedy. Captain Ron. Captain Ron is a very fun film. Definitely Kurt Russell's having a blast playing Captain Ron. And Martin Short does a good job as well. Directed by Tom Everhart, same guy that directed Night of the Comet, did this film. Martin just wanted a nice, quiet family vacation. Instead, he got Captain Ron. But Captain Ron is just really one of those films that just is a lot of fun to watch. Just really enjoy Captain Ron. And Kurt Russell is easily the best part of this film. He's having a lot of fun playing in this film as Captain Ron. So, easily my number 10 of my Kurt Russell movies top 10 list. This is definitely one of my personal favorite ones. Always enjoyed Captain Ron. Number 9 is, I don't think many people would have on their top 10 of Kurt Russell's list, and same with Captain Ron. But I really do think this is a really great sports drama. My number 9 is Miracle. Miracle is a very, very well done film by Walt Disney Pictures. Kind of like a Mighty Ducks kind of like movie, but kind of more like a dramatic Mighty Ducks movie. It deals with hockey. Like Mighty Ducks is more of has some drama in it, but more of a comedy. But this is kind of more of a straight up serious movie. And I think Kurt Russell does a great job as the coach. Herb Brooks, that was the name of the head coach of the hockey team. I think Kurt Russell just gives a great performance. He's actually right here on the back, up on top. But yeah, Miracle is another one of those more underrated sports films that doesn't get talked about as much as other sports films do. I feel like this one gets forgotten about a lot. But I really do like Miracle. It's definitely number 9. Coming in at number 8 is easily Tombstone, where he plays Wyatt Earp. Easily one of my personal favorite Western movies. Really do enjoy Tombstone. I mean, it's a film that doesn't need no introduction whatsoever. I mean, everybody knows about Tombstone. Directed by, I believe, George P. Cosmatos, who did Rambo 2 and Cobra, did Tombstone. So, I mean, everybody knows about Tombstone, so I'm not going to go into much more detail. It's a classic. Number 7, of course, is Escape from New York. The first time we get introduced to Snake Plissken, and Kurt Russell does a great job as Snake Plissken. I even enjoy the sequel, Escape from LA, even though some of the effects in that don't hold up as well today. But the first film is definitely the best one. I mean, Escape from New York is just a really great film. And I think it was the second time that him and John Carpenter worked together. Because before that, they did that Elvis movie that was made for TV. I think it was a miniseries, I think, for TV. And John Carpenter did that film. I mean, and of course, John Carpenter and Kurt Russell would team up in other films as well. So this is the second time that, and Kurt Russell and John Carpenter, like whenever they do like commentaries together, they're always a lot of fun. It's like some of my favorite commentaries to listen to on DVDs is those two guys. And so Escape from New York, like I said, is just a classic. Number 6, of course, is The Thing. Once again, Kurt Russell and John Carpenter teamed up again. And I think this is one of their best ones together. One of my personal favorite John Carpenter films as well. It's a really great horror film. Love the whole setting out in the Arctic and things like that. Really good cast. You know, just everything about The Thing is just makes it a great movie. I love The Thing. Number 5 has to be Backdraft. Backdraft is another one of those films that is just a very well done film, directed by Ron Howard. Very good cast. Not only do you have Kurt Russell, but you got William Baldwin, Scott Glenn, Jennifer Jason Leigh, Rebecca De Mornay, Donald Sutherland, Robert De Niro. Music by Hans Zimmer. This is just a really well done film where it's about these two firefighters who are brothers, played by Kurt Russell and William Baldwin. And there's like an arsonist that's on the loose, and you don't know who's doing it. And you have this whole mystery of like who this person is doing this, and who's setting these fires and things like that. Very well done film. Easily one of my personal favorites of Kurt Russell. Love Backdraft. Number 4. One of the more underrated Kurt Russell films that doesn't get talked about a whole lot and deserves a lot more attention, and that's without a doubt Unlawful Entry. Unlawful Entry is a fantastic thriller, directed by Jonathan Kaplan, who I think this was the same director that did Project X with Matthew Broderick and Helen Hunt. But this one, you know, is kind of like a Fatal Attraction kind of like movie where you have a young couple, you know, played by Kurt Russell and Madeline Stahl, and they're dealing with this psychotic cop played by Ray Liotta. I mean, Ray Liotta is fantastic as the bad guy. You know, music by James Horner. It's directed very well by Jonathan Kaplan. And I think Kurt Russell, and the whole finale between Kurt Russell and Ray Liotta is just a lot of fun to watch. Unlawful Entry is definitely one of those underrated 90s thrillers that I don't think it gets talked about a whole lot. Number 3, of course, probably my favorite buddy cop film, Tango and Cash. The chemistry between Kurt Russell and Sylvester Stallone is just off the charts. The director of this film, I'm not going to bother pronouncing his name, Andrei Konchalovsky or something like that. I think that's the same guy that went on to do Exit Wounds with Steven Seagal. And on top of that too, I mean, you have Jack Palance as your bad guy. I mean, Jack Palance, you look him up, you know, Tim Burton's Batman, Alone in the Dark, City Slickers, and things like that. I mean, this is a really fun buddy cop film. Off the charts, amazing off the charts chemistry with Kurt Russell and Sylvester Stallone. Lots of good action. Yeah, well, it's a really fun film. Love Tango and Cash. Number 2, of course, Breakdown. Breakdown is another one of my personal favorites of Kurt Russell. Kurt Russell, another really underrated 90s thriller where it's Kurt Russell and his wife, played by Kathleen Quinlan. Their car breaks down. These two guys pull over to help them, and they say, oh, there's a gas station that's up the way. So then Kurt Russell stays behind with the car to wait for some help, and they take the two guys are actually One of them is J.T. Walsh, and they're going to take her to this gas station to go get some help from a phone. She never ends up coming back, and then you find out that these Pete guys kidnapped her, and now Kurt Russell has to go after them and save his wife. And it's an awesome thriller. Definitely one of my personal favorites of Kurt Russell. Just a lot of fun thrills. Kurt Russell was just a badass in this film. Love Breakdown. And of course, my number one favorite Kurt Russell film is going to probably shock a lot of people. But this is just one of those films that I just love a lot. It has great replay value as well. And it's easily, probably not only my favorite Kurt Russell film, but I'd probably say my favorite John Carpenter film. Big Trouble in Little China. This is old Jack Bird with the Pork Chop Express. Hope you're all doing well out there. You know what old Jack says. What the hell? Kurt Russell as Jack Burton, truck driver, is easily my favorite character that Kurt Russell has played. Kurt Russell is phenomenal in this film. You have Kim Cattrall, I think way before Sex and the City. And you have some other recognizable people, like one of the guys is Al Leong, has a small role in this. You know, Genghis Khan from Bill and Ted's Excellent Adventure. He was one of the bad guys in Die Hard, and among others. I mean, Kurt Russell in this film is just great. I mean, Jack Burton is just a legendary character. It's directed very well by John Carpenter. And on top of that, too, this DVD is fantastic. I mean, if you can find this DVD, it's out of print and goes for a lot of money. But if you can find this, then definitely pick up this DVD. But I think it's also on the single disc DVD, I believe. So I think it's either one you pick up. The commentary on here with John Carpenter and Kurt Russell is probably my favorite commentary that I've ever listened to. Like, out of all the DVD releases I've had of movies, the commentary on here with Kurt Russell and John Carpenter is a blast to watch. I mean, the two have off-the-charts chemistry with each other. And on top of that, too, on the commentary track, John Carpenter even mentions how one of his favorite roles of Kurt Russell was Captain Ron, and then you hear Kurt Russell laugh. And so I think that's pretty cool. You know, hey, John Carpenter's a big fan of Captain Ron. That's pretty cool. Just a really fantastic commentary by those two guys. I mean, it's just a blast to listen to. It's just a treat to listen to. It's a great commentary. So, anyways, there you have it. Those are my top 10 favorite Kurt Russell films. So I hope you guys enjoyed this. Thanks a lot for watching, and I will see you guys next time. Alright guys, take care.